Sister Wives preview. Janelle and Meri Brown team up against Kody. Sister Wives stars Janelle and Meri Brown haven't always had the best relationship. In many ways, when Kody and Meri were fighting, they opted to bring in a new wife instead of resolving the issues. From the beginning, it was a struggle for them to see eye to eye. However, the new preview shows they are a force to be reckoned with when they team up against Kody Brown. Meri Brown is taking off the rose-colored glasses. Undoubtedly, Meri Brown's perception of the family unit is shifting. After saying goodbye to Robyn and Kody Brown, she is noticing more eye-opening truths. Almost having an epiphany, she is piecing together many issues she blindly trusted in the past. When Janelle Brown peaceably came to Meri to help her understand that Robyn and Kody may not have her best interest in mind, she couldn't believe it could be true. However, as Meri laid her path to leaving, it was like a key had unlocked her mind and she was able to see more at face value. Instead of the rose-colored glasses she had worn for years believing in the plural family, now she is starting to understand she needs to stand up for herself. In a preview for the new episode, Meri is teaming up with her unlikely ally, Janelle, to take on Kody. Janelle moves on in the sneak peek for the new episode of Sister Wives. Janelle and Meri Brown start working together. While Meri has finished her move to Parowan, UT, Janelle is just starting her packing. Janelle states, "I love Flagstaff. It's time to do something different." Janelle loads up her moving van with the help of many of the Brown kids, Cristin Brown Woolley and David Woolley. As David drives the moving van to North Carolina for Janelle, she notes that a lot is at stake if things don't work out. She comments, "If for some reason this goes south, it's gonna be a lot of work." With the big move, Janelle expressed to Cristin in the latest episode how concerned she was that Kody wouldn't follow through with the money to pay off Coyote Pass. She adds that she didn't feel like she needed to share the fact she is moving with Kody since he isn't part of that life. However, she says she is leery the day will come when the payment is due and it's somebody else's fault. It's never his fault. Admittedly, Kody Brown says he found out about Janelle moving even though that wasn't her intention. But Cristin and David are celebrating Janelle moving on with shots. With her mixed feelings, Janelle admits, "Change and growth are scary, right? And we don't always want to get out of our comfort zone." But she knows it is time and see opportunity on the horizon. Janelle and Meri Brown team up against Kody. Regarding Coyote Pass, Kody Brown doesn't want to let go of his special land and the dream of building. However, he hasn't been willing to buy out Janelle and Meri's portion. Kody jokes about his ex-wives being worried if he will be fair or not. In many ways, he has discussed how he withholds his feelings and information because it isn't safe anymore. Without the communication, Janelle and Meri are preparing for the Battle of Coyote Pass. Kody says, "Divorce just takes away all trust." Since Janelle Brown recognizes the need to step up, she video calls Meri Brown about the business of Coyote Pass. Furthermore, Janelle lets Meri know, "I probably will get a lawyer because I think he could just drag his feet if he wanted to." Meri isn't going to take the risk either now that she sees that Robyn and Kody Brown seem to just be looking out for themselves and Robyn's kids. Meri adds, "I put money into it." Then asserts, "I'm going to get my part out of it." Meri and Janelle meet up to discuss the issues in person. At that point, as they stand in an open field, Meri is angry. She states, "It's so wrong that we have to do this." Then she adds, "I'm so mad." Janelle saw the writing on the wall. Previously, Janelle Brown had warned Meri Brown that Kody and Robyn would protect their interest ahead of anyone else in the family. But Kody and Robyn's monogamous family feels like it is too special to let go. They grill out on the land, Solomon Brown chops wood, and Robyn cries at the diminishing dream. Kody says it was meant to be more special and he doesn't want to sell it. But Janelle is frank and says, "Just give us what's ours and we'll move on." At that point, she isn't afraid of Kody. Janelle says, "What else is he going to do? Like, he can't really hurt me." Meri is beginning to understand that Janelle knows how Kody works. Janelle sees that Kody used emotions against the other wives to make it painful. Janelle isn't willing to fall into the same trap. She plans to hold his feet to the fire and settle it in court. Sister Wives preview. Janelle and Meri Brown team up against Kody. The aroma of fresh brewed coffee filled Janelle Brown's modest kitchen as the sound of clinking cups and light chatter created a rare moment of warmth in Flagstaff. Janelle glanced across the table at Meri, who had arrived earlier that morning with an unusual resolve in her hazel eyes. They weren't exactly close, not in recent years, at least, but today was different. The air between them buzzed with a shared understanding that neither had voiced aloud yet. Meri took a sip of her coffee and set the mug down gently, her hand resting on the table. "I've been thinking a lot lately," she began, her voice steady but laced with hesitation. "About everything. About Kody, about this family, or what's left of it." Janelle gave a slow nod. "You're not the only one," she replied, her tone carrying the weight of years of frustration and bottled emotions. "It feels like he's only focused on Robin and her kids now. The rest of us, we're just accessories in his life." Meri's lips pressed into a thin line. "It wasn't always like this. I mean, sure, things have never been perfect, but we used to be a team. Now it's like he doesn't even care if we're happy as long as Robin is." Janelle leaned back in her chair, crossing her arms. "He's made it clear that his priorities have shifted. And honestly, I'm done bending over backward to make things work when he's not even trying." For a moment, they sat in silence, the unspoken tension between them dissipating as they realized how much common ground they now shared. "So," Meri said, breaking the quiet, "what do we do about it?" Janelle raised an eyebrow. "You're actually ready to do something, because I've been ready for a while now. I just didn't think you'd ever come around." Meri let out a small laugh, though there was little humor in it. "I guess it took me longer to see things for what they are. But yeah, I'm ready. It's time we stop letting Kody control the narrative. If we don't stand up for ourselves, who will?" The idea of teaming up with Meri felt strange to Janelle, but there was also a certain poetic justice in it. They were two of the longest-standing wives in Kody's plural marriage, and for years they had each fought their own silent battles to feel valued. Now, with Cristin thriving in her new life and Robin firmly entrenched in Kody's favor, it was time for the remaining wives to reclaim their voices. "What if we confronted him together?" Janelle suggested, her eyes narrowing with determination. "He's always been good at pitting us against each other, but if we present a united front, he won't be able to dismiss us so easily." Meri considered the idea, her mind racing with possibilities. "It's risky," she admitted. "He could get defensive, maybe even angry. But you're right. If we don't do this together, he'll just keep ignoring us like he always does." The plan began to take shape as they discussed how to approach Kody without letting their emotions cloud the conversation. They decided to focus on the facts: the lack of effort he'd been putting into their relationships, the favoritism toward Robin, and the impact it was having on the family dynamic. A few days later, the opportunity presented itself. Kody had invited Janelle and Meri to his home for what he described as a family meeting, though it was clear from his tone that it was more of a formality than a genuine attempt to reconnect. As Janelle and Meri walked into the living room, they exchanged a quick glance, silently reaffirming their commitment to the plan. Kody was already seated on the couch, his arms crossed and his expression unreadable. Robin sat beside him, her presence an unspoken reminder of the divide that had grown between them all. "Thanks for coming," Kody said, his voice devoid of warmth. "I think it's important that we talk about where we're all at and what we need to work on as a family." Janelle resisted the urge to roll her eyes. "Funny you should say that," she replied, her tone measured. "Because Meri and I have been doing a lot of thinking about the same thing." Kody's eyebrows shot up in surprise. He clearly hadn't expected them to arrive on the same page. "Oh, and what have you been thinking?" Meri stepped forward, her voice firm but calm. "We've been thinking about how this family doesn't feel like a family anymore. It feels like a hierarchy, with you and Robin at the top and the rest of us scrambling to figure out where we fit in." Kody's jaw tightened, but he said nothing, prompting Janelle to continue. "We've tried to communicate with you, Kody. We've tried to tell you how we're feeling, but it's like you don't even hear us. You're so focused on Robin and her kids that you've forgotten the rest of us exist." "That's not true," Kody shot back, his voice rising. "I've been doing everything I can to hold this family together, but it's not my fault if some of you have checked out."